Welcome to another edition to Motivational Sundays with Kevin and Friends. This show is brought to you by RMK Productions and the 10 United Podcast Network. We are here to educate, share stories, and basically, believe it or not, have a little fun. This show was originally created to take one of the 300 quotes that I had created for contents of my books and to find out through the 40 years of studying human behavior, how quotes landed on different individuals. Were there words that just lay there on the page, or were there a conversation to be had? We meet every Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're joined by friends and family. My co-hosts are Naheem Garcia, actor extraordinaire. His supporting cast is Andrea. She is the president of SAG-AFTRA over in Boston. We're also joined by another creative, David Curtis, entrepreneur, that go-to guy, Ife. Also joined by our co-host and author, spoken word champion, educator, master degree, and killing it in Boston, Miss Denise Slopes. And then our friends, we have Otis, we have Chris, we have Abba, all creative people, very talented people. And Justin, I didn't forget about you too. So,
And Natasha.
Thank you. I missed that. We got a lot of people today. So I am so happy. I am actually doing the show at a location here in the beautiful Marriott in Roxbury, Massachusetts.
There it is.
In the Boston area. So I've been invited up by the Secret Society of Black Creatives, and we'll talk about that. But let's go ahead and talk about the quote today. It's when you put love in the world, it travels. It can touch people and reach people in ways that you can never expect. By Miss Lauren Koch and Andrea, thank you for bringing this quote. And since Andrea, you brought the quote, how does this quote land on you?
Well, I think about people in my family. I have a couple of aunts, one living, one deceased, who were wonderful when I was growing up, and they were role models of how to be a wonderful aunt and a wonderful mentor and a wonderful person. And so I took that, and that's what I used when becoming an aunt. And then I look and I see the fruits of my aunts in the next generation and the generation after that, the kindness and the generosity of people that I can just see I can see my Aunt Joyce in various nieces and nephews and cousins, and you see how it goes out into the world and into their friends, and that whole positivity. I mean, she's always turning lemons into lemonade, and it's just something that stays with me, and I can see it staying with other people. You just watch kindness flow,
All right. As always, Andrea, you always bring a sense of family values into every conversation. We know that you're close to your family. Now, hopefully your family, when they see this, know that they're loved and they'll give the love back. Otis, the quote, when you put love out in the world, it travels.
What the quote brings to me is I had a roommate, his name was Manolo, and I needed help with my vehicle, and he happened to notice and tell me that his father was a mechanic. So thereafter, his father became my personal mechanic, and we created a bond. At that time, I was living in Lawrence, and I was about to lose the apartment. He then said, "Don't worry about finding an apartment." He brought me into his home, let me live with him for about a year until I can find a new apartment. Unfortunately, my friend passed away last year.
Sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry to hear your loss.
And
So sorry.
he was friends, and his girlfriend, they lost the apartment. The two twin boys that my friend's girlfriend had, I had to bring in because they lost the apartment and they had nowhere to live. And that's how it goes around.
Wow.
All right, Otis.
Powerful.
We're sorry for your loss, and our love goes out to you. There's nothing but love on this show. Abba, How does this quote land on you? That's by the way, that's my new manager, by the way. Okay, I just want to let you guys know that I've officially gone to the next level. Ob is my manager.
That's hilarious. This quote really lands on me. I think of my best friend automatically. I have a lot of family, but we've never really had like the one-on-one closeness. And my best friend, we've been friends since we were little. She lives in New York. And no matter what we go through in life, we just always give each other so much love. And she used to live with me in LA as well. And even in that phase of us figuring out how are we going to pay our rent, how are we going to get food in the house, like all of those things just to survive, our love for just sitting with each other and having conversations on how we feel and our visions of manifesting, it just always outshines. And it travels because we're always far.
Right, don't hold love to yourself. Share it. David Curtis, my brother from another mother. Both you, I mean, all my family's here. How does this quote land on you, Mr. Director, award-winning nominee, film director, superstar?
Oh, don't stop. Oh, take all I can get. Thank you. Thank you so kindly, Kevin. It was a pleasure to finally meet you yesterday after doing these shows for so long, and everyone else in the room. This quote, staying in the topic of film, I remember on the set of our movie, Andrea, Plus Ones, there was a break that we had. I think they were setting up the next shot. And on the set, there was this young Emerson college student. She was young and she was, just very shy. She was a PA, and you can tell that she didn't know, what was going on, but she was just in it. And oh my God, I'm so sorry. I forgot her name. Oh, geez. Well, anyways, I walked up to her and I just said, "Hey, how you doing? What's your name?" And she told me her name. I was like, "Hi, I'm Dave. Thank you so much for being on the set." She's like, "Yeah, this is so exciting." I said, where do you see yourself in the next year, 2 years, 5 years? And she told me her plan, that she was interested in, script supervising. I was like, "Oh, that's awesome." I was like, "Have you spoken to our script supervisor on set?" And I just had a conversation with her, and she said, "Thank you so much. I appreciate it." About, I was just showing her love. About when we wrapped, about a week later, I received this really long email from her, just saying how special she felt for me just talking to her and just having a conversation. And that's the way I kind of like to run the sets that I'm on, by just being personable. And it just came back to me, and I had a tear in my eye when I read the email. She was just thanking me, and she got some clarity as far as what she wanted to do in filmmaking, and it was so special to me. And that was just me being, who I am. I'm even though I'm shy and kind of
Can't tell.
and then I really am. I really am. Even though I'm kind of shy and kind of an introvert, but that right there just showed me that, it was the culmination of that quote. We never know who we're touching and how we're touching someone.
You're exactly right. And for our listeners, I hope your heart is open today, and this conversation is well received on the Sunday morning. Hey, this show we're all full of surprises. Who would know that world-class tennis player Chrissy Everett would show up on this stage today, and whatever. And for those of you that are looking at YouTube, don't be surprised. All great athletes are Black. Chrissy Everett. I'm just joking. We have a talented person here that I met this weekend, and I've been lucky enough to have a lot of the great people that we met during this weekend of being with creative people in the arts of film and production. Chris Everett is here, and she is joining, and she's on that level of pro style,
Mhm.
of being a good human. Chris, when you put love into the world, it travels. It can touch people and reach people in ways that can never be expected by Lauren Cox. How does that land on you?
Yeah, thank you so much, Kevin, for that introduction as well.
There you go.
What I've been thinking about is that a theater troupe that I worked with, I still work with for over 20 years. We go to schools and we talk to kids about substance use disorder. And we do the play, and then we tell our stories. And we did a show up in New Hampshire, and a year later we went back to this school, and one of the students came up to us during the Q&A or after the Q&A and said, because I heard your stories, I chose not to, but I chose to stop using drugs and alcohol as a way to cope with what was going on in my life. And had I not seen you, had I not heard your stories, I don't know where I would be. And to me, that is, when I get on stage and do that show, it is an act of love. And I don't know what they're gonna hear and what they're gonna take with them. And hearing from this student, was it was a really beautiful reflection of that love extending into the world, because he chose to stop using the way that he was using. That's going to affect his family, and that's going to affect his kids, if he has kids down the line, and anybody he touches, because he made that decision. So that's what I think of when I see that quote.
Oh, thank you, Chris. And to our listeners, I mean, think about what Chris just said. Love is free. The cost of hate pays a high price with little dividends. So think about that quote. Natasha.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you so much for the invitation to come here. I was expecting to totally be in the background on mute with no camera on. I didn't know the format and stuff, so I'm like out of
Not here.
Yeah, I see. I see.
You failed to realize that one little drill that Naheem did that said that we were going all around the room, that one person raise your right hand, raise your left. We did explain to you, everyone's on camera.
Oh man.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you just raise your left hand.
Oh my goodness.
All right, well, go
Okay.
ahead.
So as far as the quote, it immediately made me think of my mom. I grew up in Grove Hall, and long story short, we had it rough. However, my mom always opened up her home to extended family members, for a place to stay, something to eat. And her thing was clothing too. Like, she'll see children and want to get clothing to help out the moms, that type of thing. She moved back to Virginia about 20 something years ago, and she's fighting multiple illnesses now. I was just down there for about a month, and a lot of people that has come to the hospital to speak about her, to like show her support and encouragement, talk about ways that she's touched them when they were down and out, so what you put out is not only going to be for our immediate families or people that we like and love, but it could be, people in the community, somebody that you're not necessarily going to deal with. She would reach out to them. So that's what this quote made me think of my mom today.
Much love to your mom.
Thank you so much.
Justin Davis, Senator Justin Davis out of Tennessee. Welcome back to the fold. Hey, we're killing it here with celebrities.
Yeah, bro.
JD.
Thank you. Yeah. The first thing that hit me with this was like in terms of like creation of songs and stuff, which like it's, for me, it's such a personal thing and quiet by myself. And there was one in particular that was like, it was a shift for me because it was for myself. And it was really like talking to my younger self and trying to love and heal that part, and seeing how that hit other people and how that exploded in them. And that's was shocking. It was just shocking to me in terms of like how that same love for myself and just sharing that with people and how they learn to love themselves and heal in different ways too. And so that's like the first way that this quote hit me.
All right.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Senator. Glad to see you got your seat back. Justin Davis, creative actor, whatever you guys look up. Matter of fact, when you look him up on Google, most of you are going to think that is the same person, but he's a talented actor here in Boston. And welcome to the show. Hopefully all of you guys that are new to the show today will come back. And thank you. My baby brother, my son, Ife, how you doing, brother?
All right. Good morning, y'all. I was thinking about this quote, and thankfully Kevin didn't have me be one of the first this time, and I got to sit and marinate with the quote. So I think this quote could be applied in multiple ways. I say, for one, the love of telling stories and giving people a platform. Indirectly, Kevin, your love for people is why we're here on a Sunday morning, where we could be in bed, we could be eating cereal, we could be doing a lot of things, different things, but our love for each other and how we want to tell other people's stories. We have a love for the arts, we have a love for entrepreneurship, we have a love for intelligent conversation, and that's why we're here now. And then another way I feel that this quote can be applied, being that we are people of color in various form of media. If you don't love what you do, it reflects. Like, you will just be a person that's there to collect a check or just there to participate. But if you really love what you do, it shows in how you treat others. It shows in your energy. It shows in the small things that you do, because when love is there, it cannot fail. So I feel like this quote was really powerful, and I just wanted to apply it and thank everybody for being here this morning, because you don't have to, but there's a certain love that you can't even describe that has you showing up. And there's a certain love that you have to put up with a whole lot of people. Because I know, even though I'm a nice guy, I'm complicated sometimes. And sometimes you got to be like, you know what? Ife-ing right now, but he gonna come.
Oh, wow.
Ife, thank you. You almost made my eyes sweat. I don't cry, but I do sweat. It's amazing. It's amazing the way God puts people together. They always say you're a direct reflection of the company that you keep. And I'm going to tell you, this is sunshine for me. I drove a couple 100 miles in order to be in the presence of each and every last one of you. It was 2 years, almost 2 years before Naheem, Denise, Curtis, Ife, Andrea, and I ever got a chance to meet. And we said this a year ago, we're going to be on stage and that's before long. And guess what happened? It happened yesterday. We came to Boston. The Society of Secret Society of Black Creators brought us together, and Andrea, David, and Naheem are charter members of creating that. And the film community, which Otis, Justin, Abba, Chris, and Natasha are all active members, and they're talented people, all embraced a son that they had never met. So when I look at this quote, and it says, when you put love out into the world, it travels. It does. When it touches people and reaches people in a way you can never expect. It's a quote we had a couple of weeks ago. Be kind to someone, because you never know what someone is going through. My hashtag is find 1,000 reasons to be kind. It's strange on this show that we have 4 men or 5 men that actually actively, we're HR nightmare here, because we talk about how much we love each other all day long and whatever. And I would say, as people, we need to stop putting titles and labels on people and embrace the individual that's standing in front of you. Take 5 minutes to listen to their story, ingest, digest, before you regurgitate your interpretation of that story, and give that person a hug. Andrea, you've got family. We all have family. We all have people that will probably not be here one day. My family on this show pulled together, and I needed you this weekend. Didn't have to say it, but you guys just said, come home. So to our listeners, be present in the conversation you have. Celebrate the experiences that life has given you. Let go of the things that create drama in your life, unless you're watching a movie, because that's part of entertainment. Drama is what keeps the story going. And let love thrive. So when I look at this quote, that's when I said, I love you guys. I thank to all my listeners. I am blessed. And that's probably the most misused word in the world, but I am blessed to be loved, not only by the people that know me, but to be embraced by my new friends. So I thank all of you guys for attending Motivational Sundays with Kevin and friends. So we're going to lighten this up. We're going to talk about what we went through. Naheem, I'm going to tell you, and I said this earlier, Naheem performed this weekend. Naheem is about 80 years old. He danced around like he was the first Black person auditioning for Fiddler on the Roof, and he got the part. It was crazy. I'm going to tell you, there's some things coming up in the film community here in Boston. If you're in earshot or anywhere on the East Coast and whatever, they are bringing creative talent together on the East Coast, and it's starting with Boston here. Naheem, tell us what's going on with the community and what you guys are doing.
Well, first, I'd like to give my portion of what I thought about the quote.
Oh, you know something? I forgot.
That's all right. I'm nobody. I'm just Naheem.
What I do want to say, and then
I'll say, and then I'll slide into what's going on. Love is a seed that gets planted and does not need much water. It will grow. Everybody in this circle, especially my Boston family, I have a connection with. Natasha, we from Grove all together. We've known each other since, maybe middle school, high school. Chris, you and I have been crossing paths in movies and working together. My partners. Two people in this group have been incredible. We have come together to spread some love and to make sure that our community is standing, that our community is coming strong, that people don't got to go to LA, New York, or nowhere to find work, that people don't got to worry about being dismissed, people don't got to worry about having no voice. People are being heard, people are being loved, and they're being brought together. What happened this weekend has moved me in a way that I can't even express. So all I got to say is to all of you, thank you for continuing to spread the love. As Take 6 said, love is all you need, and we got it, and we got to hold on to it. We got to fight for it. We got to share it with our people. So thank you, Dave and Andrea. I love you very, very much. I never would have thought the three of us would have been the straight three amigos. Yeah. And even our fights are love. Even our disagreements are love. So I'm very moved.
So now,
hold on, man. I gotta get this out. Hold on. I'm sorry. I gotta get this out.
All right.
I wake up every Sunday morning, which I don't do for nothing unless my wife tells me get up. I get up to do this because this is the one place where we can have 20 minutes or more of just sheer love and expression. Nothing's wrong, nothing's said. So thank you for giving me that opportunity. Thank you for making me feel that my love is important, Mr. McLemore. A man that I just met for the first time yesterday, who I've been talking to for the last three, I don't even know how long anymore. So thank you all, and thank you for getting up this morning and listening to me. And I don't know what I'm doing, except I'm going to Chicago this weekend with the students that I introduced for the This one is the August Wilson Young Voices monologue competition. And then the following weekend, I'm on my way to New York for next narrative for that monologue competition with 2 more students. And then when I get back, I'm going home to finally hug my mother and help her move in Miami. She's in Miami, so I'm going there to move. Other than that, whatever Andrea and Dave are telling me what we got to do is the next project.
All right, and what I was trying to say when I rudely interrupted you, there's a reason why I didn't want to follow you, because last night when I left, I cried. Last night when I hugged David, I cried. I cried when I met Andrea, and I cried this morning because I was so grateful. And thank you. I am blessed to see all these beautiful people. You talking about seeing a color palette of talented people, whatever. I am blessed. Andrea saved me before I cry on air. Go ahead.
Save
What are
you?
Yeah, meaning what are you doing? What's next?
Yeah.
Oh.
You-
Well, working hard on the Roxbury International Film Festival. It's the Silver Celebration, the 25th anniversary. And we're gonna have this big opening gala. They're gonna close Nubian Square and have all kinds of things going on. Films and live entertainment and students doing things and honoring people who have presented their films and are now famous, you know, like Casey Lemons and people like that. And it's going to be June 20th through 28th. But along the way, if you go to the Roxbury International Film Festival website, you see that there's other things that are happening, like a few things this month. There's a movie called Aftershock that they're hosting about, you know, sad stuff, which is the maternal deaths of Black folks in pregnancy and all. And then the shared stories that they share with the Asian Film Festival and the Latino Film Festival, and all kinds of things that are going on. But definitely the week of June, and we're going to have daily reads again, where we people who are out of town can watch it because it's on Zoom, and we read somebody's work. It's usually a work in progress, and then talk about it with the writer and the actors that are on the reading.
All right. And since we got some new people, let's get to know Justin Davis a little bit more. Actor, nice meeting you yesterday, and thank you for lending us your crap. I was very much entertained. David Justin from Tennessee, Senator.
Yep. Good to be here today, back in the office. No, yeah, for me, I mean, I'm just overall, I'm just thinking about how healing yesterday was. But yeah, so for stuff, I released a song Friday called Steps. And so it's on all of the major distribution stuff under Justin D. Davis. And that's the one I was referring to earlier, Love Project. And yeah, so I'm doing that. And there's something weird with my audio. I don't know if it's for y'all too, but yeah, so outside of that, doing dance stuff and acting stuff as I can. And so.
All right, Miss Chris Efford.
Oh.
Share 30 seconds of what you do, how to get in touch with you, and anything you're working on that we can support you.
Wow, 30 seconds how to get in touch with me. Well, I am on Instagram. You can reach out that way. Chrissy926 is my handle, I guess. The next project I'm working on is called Confidential Informants. That's going up at the end of the 3rd week in June. Looking forward to putting that piece together. And oh, I was nominated for an Elliot Norton Award. So on May 8th, I'll be going to that ceremony with my fingers crossed.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. So that's what's up for me over the next couple of weeks, few weeks.
All right, Natasha. We see that you're doing some great things back there. Let's share the world with what Natasha's doing and how to get in touch with you.
Okay. Hi, everybody. You can follow me on Instagram at That's So Natasha. It's That's and then SEW Natasha 67. I'm all over the place as far as being a creative. I worked in television for one season. I've sewn for a Shakespearean production for Shakespeare on a Common a couple of years ago. And I'm a published author, so I'm all over the place. But yeah, I love to support creatives and all of that good stuff. So please follow me and I'll follow you back.
All right, Natasha, you have a title to your book. I mean, a lot of people.
Oh my goodness.
And how do?
Okay. Okay, it's a two collaborative projects. One is Daily Dose of Declarations, and the other one is Still Have Joy, and it's just that one's with the different contributors sharing their stories about overcoming depression, and that's on Amazon.
All right, Ife, that go-to guy. What's up in the Carolinas?
Nothing much. The weather is all over the place, but other than that, simply revamping and rerouting, new season, new opportunities. So that's it for me.
Okay.
Right. All right. And we're gonna wrap up the show and close. Go ahead.
Alba. He said Alba.
Did I miss out? Oh, my manager. Oh, I got to do better about that.
And jury's here.
I know, but we haven't told jury how to step in. Alba
driving.
Yeah, Alba, my new manager. You know, she doesn't know it yet, but you know, she's going to be representing me, taking care of my career and whatever. So next time you see me, I'm going to blow up. All right.
So much responsibility. Oh my gosh.
You did with Naheem and everyone else in the Boston area. You know, you embrace me as Boston.
Wait a minute. You know, Alba and I go back. Alba was a student at the school I was a dean at, and I was a dean after she left, but Alba and I go way back, and she is quite an actress, quite a personality, quite a person. What a great daughter and big sister she is. So I'm gonna leave it like that.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, Alba.
Yeah. Right now I'm in a season of growth and learning. So a lot of my projects have been on pause, but I'm an actress, writer, filmmaker, producer, just all around creator. I'm actually, after yesterday, I've been inspired to really move forward with my book that was supposed to be published years ago, but it's a book of poetry. So I want to pick that back up. And I'm also taking some acting classes right now, virtual and in person. So I'm kind of excited to also start my writing, my next short film. Right now, one of my short films is going through film festivals right now. I'm submitting. But I'm working on my next one, which is around the topic of anxiety.
Nice.
And you guys can find me on Instagram, CF Marina. I've been off social media for some time, but YouTube is always there too. And I'm trying to make more room for TikTok.
All right. So hopefully everyone that joined in, that tuned in, is listening to this, you will share, you would like, you would make even comments, and you may even want to join us. If you go to my Facebook page, Kevin McLemore, McLemore, or you look up Motivational Sundays on RMK Production Network on YouTube, there's a link there that will give you the access to the ID in order to participate. I mean, you see, we went from 4 to how many today? We're growing.
We didn't hear Otis yet.
Did I miss Otis? Where is
Yes.
it? Yeah. Otis, I'm sorry. We had so many people. I'm trying to get everyone in under our time.
Right. Right.
Otis,
that's what it is. Autopilot. I get it.
No worries. Currently, I just recently finished doing a voiceover for my friend Sam Zillick. He just did a short film called Shimmer, and I recently worked with him on his short film, also Miles of Summer, which is going through the film festivals currently.
Okay. All right. So, wrap this up real quick. And just to let you know, if you guys come on, everyone's on camera. We all have to be on HD camera, on a computer, whatever, not phones and cars and so forth, because it makes it hard to edit this out if it's on a different format. But to my listeners, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. To my new family members, I want to thank you and let you know the door is open. You're always welcome. We meet every Sunday at 9 a.m. We like to start on time. I'm learning. I'm being flexible on that because I know everyone's volunteering. We're working on some things in order to make this permanent. This space is all about sharing. We meet every Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you like what you have heard, seen, and want to participate, you can go to RMK Productions and Network, and you can follow us or like us. And please share this. I'm going to make this real simple. My grandfather always said, when you get to a place that you can help someone else, it is your duty to do so. And I'll thank everyone. I say reach one, teach one, and we'll fade to black. Thank you, everyone. Until next time.